Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. Hey, I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel and has been watching the videos and following along. I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. I want to thank everybody for that. So I figure we're going to do a year in review. I'm going to show you some of the previous builds we did throughout 2022. So these are going to be the builds from pretty much April till December. And I am going to include the Etzel because I built most of that in December, but I finished it the first week of January, so yeah, it was kind of a half if we go that route. So in that period from pretty much April to now, we did about 10 and a half, with the Etzel, if you want to count that one in. And the Plymouth, which is pretty much done. That one's for the USACC group build. We're going to keep that one under wraps. I'm not going to show you that one yet. I'm going to unveil that when it's time. And what is that, March 7th or March 15th, I think? So we're going to just keep that one in the box. We're going to keep that one hidden because that's pretty much done. Other than that, I'm going to show you the builds I've done, like say from beginning to end, from the very first one, and kind of I'll keep them in queue from which ones was the start all the way up to the end here. And we're going to line them all up on the bench here and kind of look through them and tell you a little bit about it, and we'll go from there. So I'll take you over the bench and let's take a look. Okay guys, first one up on the block here. This is the first build of the year. This is the 62 AMT Thunderbird. This turned out pretty nice. This kit had sat in a box forever, in a big box of just other things, still in its bag. And I figured what a good kit to start on to kind of jump back into the hobby. I kind of put it on the shelf for a while and decided to get back into it. And this is sprayed with MCW. This is my first time using MCW, and this is a blue charcoal metallic is the color, the name of this paint. And I had to say I almost give up on MCW on this car, first time using it. Following the formula that they give you just did not work out for me. It's just sprayed too dry, just wasn't happy with it. So I basically used the whole bottle on this car and kind of sanded it down, give it another shot, and tried a few different things on my own, kind of come up with my own formula on it, and end result turned out pretty good. So as I continued to use the product more and more, I got obviously better and better with it, and now it's my to-go-to. I don't know if I'd use anything else for enamel anyways at this point. So yeah, so that turned out pretty nice. I did bare metal foil the bird emblem on it, front and back, which I wasn't too impressed with that. I wish they would have given me some decals on that, but other than that, it turned out pretty nice. The interior is super detailed on this, and if any of these models that I'm showing you today, I obviously made videos on all these if you want to go back and look at those, or if you already had, I appreciate that. And this one is not clear coated or polished or anything. It's just bare metal foiled, and that's it. So that was build number one. All right, this is build number two. This is the 71 Mach 1 from AMT, and this turned out pretty nice. So this was another MCW paint. This one turned out pretty nice. This paint was antique silver is the color of this one. And this one is clear coated also with MCW clear. So I had other issues, like I say, first time using MCW products. The silver laid down actually pretty nice. I was pretty happy with it. Ended up decaling the model, and this kit, the decals were horrible in. So I ended up patiently piecing them together because they broke multiple times. It was quite a challenge. Put my patience to the test. And when I clear coated it, you use the hardener that they recommend. And later down the road, found out I think I had a bad bottle of hardener because this thing did not cure for like months and months and months. As I was working on it, I could get fingerprints in it, trying to build the model. And at that time, I just bought my dehydrator, and I must have baked that thing for days, and it still would not cure. And the funny thing is, I could put a small fingerprint in it and come back the next day, and the fingerprint would be gone. It just kind of, smoothed itself back out. So I thought, well, I guess it all worked out in the end. So other than that, pretty cool looking car. It's one of my favorite Mustangs. I just think it's sweet looking. So, like I say, that was build number 2. So this is another build. This was build number 3. I really like this body style Mustang, so I decided to do another one. And this one is painted in MCW medium yellow gold. And this is in a lacquer. And this is also clear coated. So I did not clear coat the hood. I was kind of going off the movie car from the original Gone in 60 Seconds. But I know that original movie car did not have a flat black hood with the scoops in it, or did it have a spoiler in the back and the rear window louvers. I just like the looks of it, so I had to throw it on there. So this is the original color of the day, and this is out of the 71 Boss 351 kit, and I believe this kit is actually a 73 looking at the nose. So I ended up buying another 71 later release just for the wheels and tires, because I just love the looks of those tires on this car. I think it looks really cool. So it was build number 3. This here is build number 4. This is the Monogram Dodge Challenger. This car turned out pretty nice. This is the TA. This is painted in MCW Panther Pink. This is enamel. This is not clear coated. And this one here, I added the hood cables to it, and the cables are attached to under the hood, so the hood comes off. The cables stay with it. This one I polished. I don't usually polish my models. Like I say, I just wanted to see how the MCW polished out, and it does polish pretty nice. So like I say, this was build number 4. This turned out pretty good. Very nice kit. I like this kit. I had the 71 CUDA model I'm looking to get on soon, and like I say, I should have clear coated this just because of the decals, but other than that, it turned out pretty nice. This one's build number 5. This is the 85 Oldsmobile 442 from Revell. This was a nice build. I enjoyed this car. And this is painted in Midnight Mist Blue Metallic. This is a MCW enamel. There is no clear coat. And the silver is old school Tester's little jar Tester's bottle. That's all, it's the silver. It was actually just the right color, and it turned out pretty good. In hindsight, I would never use that Tester's again, because I must have repainted that 3 or 4 times because it kept wiping off my fingers. This car is not clear coated, and tinted the windows with actual automotive window tint on this one. And the tires out of this kit is out of a MPC kit, because I just did not like the original tires that come with this car. So going back to the 80s, I put some headlight covers on it, and I thought that looked pretty cool. And like I say, in hindsight, I wish I would have cleared it just because of the decals. But I did buy another one of these kits, so I'm looking to start another one, and next time it will get clear coated. So this was a nice build. I enjoyed this build. It went very well. So it turned out pretty nice. Next build on the queue was the 68 Camaro Z28. This one turned out very well. I was very happy with the paint on this. And this is MCW black. So this model come out really nice. I wanted the just kind of the old school basic look to this, which I ended up in the end, obviously. So I think this turned out really nice. There's no clear coat. This is not polished or anything. I'd say it's probably one of my nicer black paint jobs I've done. So I was pretty happy with this build. I didn't do a lot of detail on the engine or anything. Just kind of was just a straight quick build. And I didn't do the big customization like the box has on it. I thought that did look pretty cool, but I thought, you know what, maybe next time. So this one turned out pretty nice. I always like this genuine Camaro. I think it's everybody's favorite. I think it's just a cool looking car. Next we have the 84 Dodge Daytona. This is an MPC kit. And this was painted in a Tamiya Pearl White lacquer with lacquer clear coat. So that turned out pretty nice. And this one here, I was trying to copy the car I had back in the day, a 1-1 car. So I made some decals for it and painted this, like I said, in the pearl white. So this kit turned out pretty nice. I've had this kit, I can't tell you for how long. It's just been sitting in my collection, waiting to get done, and unfortunately it has a tire burn in the windshield, which I really couldn't do much about that. And I checkered the seats on this one, just like my car had. Turned out pretty neat. So this was a fun little build. This is a cool little car. Guy I used to work with, he used to always call it the White Knight, you know. I always had some problems with it running. It always seemed to idle high just out of the blue, but other than that, it was a nice little driver. So it was a nice kit. It went together very well. I was pretty happy with this one. Following with the 80s theme, we got the 87 Buick Grand National. So this was a very nice build. I love this car. Cool looking car, and yes, I lost a mirror. It's actually in the car. I bumped it, taking it out of the shelf, and it fell off. So that's the way it goes. So this build turned out pretty nice. This is also MCW black enamel, and there's no clear coat on this one as well. It's not polished or anything. So this build went really well. Like I said, it's a Monogram kit, and very, very nice builder. I mean, very nice. No fitment issues at all. Everything fit nice. The glass fit good. Just a really nice kit. I would actually like to get another one of these and do another one. Yeah, so that built really nice. I tinted the windows on this one using black paint. I just sprayed the inside of the glass and tinted them that way. So if you look at the glass real carefully through the inside, you can see they're kind of hazy looking. But obviously from the outside, they look pretty good. So that's what we're going for. So yeah, like I say, it's the old Grand National is always kind of a cool car. It's one of my favorite cars. Okay, rounding out the 80s, another 87. This is the 87 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe by Monogram. This is also done in MCW black. And this is probably one of my more favorite cars to date. I mean, this is one of my favorite rides. I really like this car. I think it's got the coolest looking nose and everything on it. I had an 85 back in the day, and I loved it. And this, I'm going to have to say, is probably one of my best builds to date. This is, like I say, the MCW black. It's not polished. There's no clear coat on it. And the pinstripe I end up doing, this was the one I painted the bare metal foil red and foiled the stripe on there. So it turned out pretty cool. So yeah, this turned out really nice. I was really happy with it. I put a little extra love in this one. It turned out pretty good. The only fitment issue I had with this one was putting the headlight lenses in. Those were pretty tight, so I had to do a little filing to get them to sit correct. And same with the hood. That took a little bit of work to make it sit properly, and it's still a little high, but not like it originally was. So really nice build. Enjoyed the build on this one. The kit goes together very well. Like I said, that is a Monogram kit. And last one on the docket was the Etzel build that I just finished recently. Like I say, this one turned out pretty nice. This one here is done in the Tamiya lacquer. And this is the one I wasn't happy with the foil on it. Other than that, the paint turned out really well. And this has a Tamiya clear coat on it. So this turned out really nice. There's no, this isn't polished as well. So this was a nice builder. This the Pacer AMT kit. And like I say, it was just a really nice kit to go together. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that is the build roster for 2022. So I appreciate you guys checking out the channel and following along on most of these builds from over the past year. I really appreciate it, and hope to bring you a few more coming up here this year. So once again, I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel and that's been tuning in. I really thank you for that. And we will see you on the next video. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.